my first video comparison. So there's a lot of tutorials out there and a lot of comparisons. I like tutorials, but sometimes you're really not looking for a tutorial. Before you're actually looking for a tutorial, you're actually looking for the piece of technology, the product, or the app that you're wanting to purchase. I shoot videos, so I decided to go ahead and shoot a series of videos showing y'all what I can do with my iPhone. This particular comparison is comparing 3 of the best iPhone video apps out there if you're looking to get into semi-professional to professional video production. Hey, a lot of us love to shoot videos. A lot of us are also artists, but we don't have the major cameras, we don't have the major budgets to really shoot with red or with black magic or anything like that. A lot of us just have our iPhone. The thing when you're shooting with a cell phone is that you want to be able to have manual settings. You don't want to shoot with just your regular camera app, because if you shoot with your regular camera app, then that means the camera app itself is changing settings. As soon as you turn this way, it's going to change exposure. As soon as you turn this way, it's going to change white balance. So in order to get professional video from your cell phone, you would need an app with at least manual settings. So when you set it, no matter which way you turn the phone, no matter what was in the frame, it stays that setting, and that is the beginning of shooting professional video. So what I'm going to do for you today is compare 3 of the best video apps for the iPhone, because hey, we all want to shoot nice videos. We all want nice videos for our projects, but we all don't have the nice cameras. But most of us have iPhones or Androids. I have an iPhone, an iPhone 7 Plus, so I'm gonna actually be showing you what I can do with my iPhone and with my favorite app, or what of the apps that I'm showing you today. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get to this comparison. Again, we will be comparing ProMovie, Filmic Pro, and Mavis Pro. Now, one of these apps are my favorite, one of these apps are my least, but these are supposed to be the 3 top professional grade, semi-professional to professional video apps that you can use with your iPhone to achieve your video production needs. So that's what's up. Let's get to it.
This is ProMovie. This is a decent option for $2.99. The free version has a watermark on the UI screen as well as on the recorded video, but it's something you can try out to see if you like it, and then if you like it, you can go ahead and spend the $2.99. Now, the good points about this app is it's simple. All of the options are basically right here on the screen. If you're somebody that's really not into all the particular details and all the different options that a more professional video app for your iPhone will have, then this is a decent option. I chose to shoot this on a black backdrop because when you shoot black on a video, it really gives you a good idea of the type of grain that your footage is going to have while shooting in shadows or shooting at night, or again just shooting black, because black really shows the grain on these cameras. Now, this is Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro has got a very good reputation in the phone camera app community. It was really the first camera app that I found out about that done a really decent job with achieving semi-professional to professional video footage with your iPhone. Now, when you first open up Filmic Pro, you're met with a pretty simple screen. You have a few buttons. I'm going to go into detail on the different functions and the different aspects of this app for later comparisons and tutorials. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and just go through it and just try to get a decent image to compare with the other 2 apps. Now, Filmic Pro has a lot of options, a lot of professional grade options. If you consider you know, shooting with an iPhone professional, this Filmic Pro has the best option list of all of the apps that I'm comparing today. But again, this is not about the options that you have. This is mainly about comparing video quality between the apps, because at the end of the day, you know, one app can have 1,000 options, another app can have just 5 options. But if the one with the 5 options shoots cleaner video, then that's the one I'm going to go with. Now, Mavis Pro is my absolute favorite video app to shoot with my iPhone. This doesn't have the options of a Filmic Pro, but the video quality is amazing. Now, not only do I feel that Mavis Pro shoots the best quality video, but I also feel like the UI is very intuitive, very slick, very intelligent, and it gives you a lot of options when it comes to adjusting the quality of your video. Now, obviously, the best way to truly compare the footage is to actually open up your editor of choice. In my case, I'm using a Mac, an iMac, so I have Final Cut Pro. So this is ProMovie. This is the little clip that I shot. It's in Final Cut Pro right now. Now, as you can see, ProMovie has a lot of grain. But to be fair, nobody's going to import video from a cell phone and not put some type of post-production grading to it if you're trying to achieve semi-professional to professional video quality. So I'm going to go ahead and do the grading as well as apply a native Final Cut Pro noise reduction plugin. As you can see, the noise reduction and the grading brung up the quality, but you still see grain in the back. Everything is clear, it's sharp, the image is definitely sharp, but that noise, that grain in the back on the black is not as much as it was, but it's still pretty visible to the eye. It's definitely not being masked by the noise reduction, and you don't want to apply too much noise reduction because it makes your image all muddy and faded out if you do it too much. And then if you apply the sharpness on top of the noise reduction, it gives it that it gives it that digital fake look, you know. So you want to really apply the least amount of noise reduction as possible, but ProMovie, you know, it's okay. All right, next we have the app that kicked it all off for a lot of people as far as shooting semi-professional to professional video quality from your iPhone, which is Filmic Pro. Filmic Pro has got an excellent rep among the video app, among the cell phone video app community, because of its many options and its claim to fame, its claim to glory as far as being shooting professional grade video. But as you can see, Filmic Pro actually has the worst grain of all the apps. The grain on Filmic Pro actually looks a little bit more intense than ProMovie. But we're gonna go ahead and do our grading and apply a noise reduction. Now, this is what I can say about Filmic Pro. Though it has more grain natively than the other two apps, it cleans up the best. This cleaned up pretty well. It cleaned up pretty well. You can still see some grain in the background right there, but it's a pretty decent image. And then when you're shooting in the daylight and you have a lot of light, Filmic Pro might just get you by, especially due to the fact that it does clean up really well in post-production. It cleans up really well. So I can recommend Filmic Pro as a semi-professional to professional camera app, iPhone camera app. Natively, it did the worst with the grain, but in post-production, it cleaned up the best. So Filmic Pro cleans up really good after you apply a noise reduction and some color grading to it. So I can recommend this app because, hey, we are going to be doing post-production for our cell phone videos, okay? So, yeah. Now, on to my favorite, Mavis Pro. Mavis Pro is by far my favorite app of the three, because right out of camera, it shoots pretty good quality. I mean, the water bottle is really crisp. It's really in focus. The black, you can see a little grain to it. It's not really a lot of grain in that black right there. And once we apply our grading and our noise reduction, I mean, man, you can barely tell it was shot with an iPhone. I mean, it's really crisp. The water bottle is really in focus. There's hardly any grain in the black. I could bump up the noise reduction, but why? This is actually a good enough image. Now just imagine once you take this app out into the daytime, or you add some more lights to it, you really feel the scene with light. Mavis Pro is going to get you a very high quality video. Yeah, so Filmic Pro, Mavis Pro Video. Among these three apps, like I said, Mavis Pro is my favorite. Hands down, the water bottle, shooting on the black, measuring the grain. Mavis Pro out the box does an amazing job. It gives you really close pro video out of camera. Once you add some lights and then you add some post-production grading and some noise reduction, I mean, the video is just simply flawless in my opinion. And it'll be really hard to tell that you actually shot your video with an iPhone. Filmic Pro has more options. It's able to connect to like an Osmo Mobile, and just the options of Filmic Pro is killing the other two apps, but I am not really concerned with options over quality. Filmic Pro cleaned up the best. Mavis Pro, man, just shot the best quality, and Pro Video had the best UI, the most simple UI, simple direct UI. So if you like this comparison, please hit the thumbs up for me. If you didn't like it, go ahead, hit the thumbs down. Leave me a comment on how I can get better. If you have any more app comparisons that you want me to do, just let me know. I would do that for you. Make sure if you have any requests, just subscribe for me. I'm new to this, and I will be getting better the more I do it. This is Real Reviews. Peace.